Hi, this is Jason Fielder with the Daily Forex Report for December 13th. Currently, we are looking at the U.S. Japanese yen pair. This particular pair, we closed up on Friday. It did gap down just a hair. Has closed that gap already. We are looking for this pair to continue moving sideways with the bias that is sideways. Look for it to potentially move as high as 90.29, possibly as low as 87.59. Look for some resistance around 89.81 and look for some support around 87.75. Okay, now switching over to the Euro USD pair. This particular pair closed lower on Friday, did break previous support to close lower. We are looking for this pair to continue moving lower with a bias to the downside. Look for it though to potentially move as high as 148.45 if we get a reversal, and look for it to go possibly as low as 145.17. Look for some resistance around 147.80 and look for some support around 145.85. Okay, now looking at the pound US dollar pair. This particular pair closed down. It is within previous support areas. Overall, it's moving sideways, but definitely has a bias to the downside. Look for it to potentially move as high as 164.28, possibly as low as 161.00. Look for some resistance around 163.40, and look for some support around 161.65. Okay, now looking at the U.S. Swiss, this particular pair closed higher during this during Friday's session. We do anticipate this pair to continue moving higher with a bias to the upside. Look for it to potentially move as high as 1.0422, possibly as low as 101.80. Look for some resistance around 103.67 and look for some support around 102.89. There we go. We really don't have any significant news announcements for this next session, so definitely don't have to worry about that. What am I looking for during this next session? We do have the pound US dollar pair. I do anticipate this pair at some point breaking to the downside. If we get a break below this session's low right here, we could see it move lower. Basically looking for it to move 50 pips down and then on to 100. Let me clean this up a little bit, be easier to read. And this should be a great place to, basically what we're looking for on this is for this particular session's low to be hit, broken through. At that point we'd look to sell short and come down to this point, which we have previous area of resistance, support, and support. They could now be support areas. At this point we would look to go to break even, and hopefully this trade would continue on lower and hit the area of the previous resistance that is now support, and at that point we would look to exit the trade for about 100 pips worth of profit there. So that's kind of what we're looking for over this next session. Well, that about does it for today. Until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.